We have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, someone just made a house call, and his name is Robert Alford. You remember that name, don't you, partner?
Seen him on the biggest of stages, picking off Tom Brady in Super Bowl 51.
Yeah, took it all the way back for a touchdown, then gave his team a 21-3 lead. They didn't hold it, but that was a mammoth play.
That was a mammoth play, and what we just saw was a mammoth play. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now it's Carson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 35. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Touchdown, Falcons! Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 16. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. He got 29 yards that time. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Second down now after the pass completion.
20. Get up! Check. Watch 54. Hey, wait. Got it. Here we go, D.
Now Ryan. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and it's third down.
There's a lot of talk, and we probably didn't believe much of it, but after a while, it was true. Richard Sherman, there was discussion about him being on the trading block before this year. I think the Seattle fans are glad that he's not.
So good at taking away the deep ball. Showed it right there.
Yeah, I think that his experience at wide receiver in college really helped him out as a defensive back in the NFL.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18. So the offense has it first and 10. Now a toss right. Freeman fights loose. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second down, Ryan. A swing pass caught. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They come up in an offset eye. It's a give to Freeman running right. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Here's Bosher to kick it away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit? They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now it's Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal. They come up in an offset eye. Now Ryan. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back, right on the 30-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Now it's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up the block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
This will be caught just inside the 10. Well, the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
To throw on 2nd down, Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And tough starting field position here.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Touch 50, drink the team.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Everyone's got four down. Right, Manny. 45. Mike, 45.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Here's Wilson to throw from his end zone. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal. And the Pigs get at the 7-yard line. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. After the interception, here's Ryan. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now Wilson on 1st down. He finds it open, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard at the 41-yard line.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And this is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. There he goes inside the 30. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Ryan wants to throw it. Out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cliff Averill in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
I like what they were thinking on defense. Just guard the first down sticks. Don't let anyone pass that. Didn't matter whether they threw it or ran it. They just ended up rallying to the football on the running play and stopped them short of a first down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Here's Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Ryan. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted a 3rd of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Ryan to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual
it.
guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And the Seahawks looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number's...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Robert Alford. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. It's up and good, and they add one more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory.